believe. I think you just might wanna change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't need to come around. Oh, now that you got my love, got me standing on shaky ground. What kind of way is that to treat your man? When I gave all that I never had.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Sunday Fun Day. Good evening, beautiful people, and welcome to Intellectual Radio's Voices of Change. My name is Jan, and I'll be your host this evening, and I'm going to have the opportunity to share the stage with someone that you haven't seen on VOC in quite a while. It's been a little while. So when this brother comes on, I'm going to give him a hard time. His name is Khalid Scott. He's a relationship specialist, and most of you are probably familiar with him because he's kind of been all over. So this is Relationship Sunday, and Mr. Scott will lead the discussion on the connection between mental health and relationships. As you know, this is May. May's almost wrapped up already. Gee, half the year will be up pretty soon. And it's Mental Health Month. So today we're going to talk about mental health and relationships. Everyone knows I start my show off with a scripture. For today, it's from Ephesians 4:29, which says, "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto those that hear." So what is this saying? Basically, it's saying, that little 2 to 3 ounce organ in your mouth, that tongue can do so much damage. Life and death is in the tongue. And we should definitely use it only to speak favorably over people, speak life over people, to uplift people, and to edify. I want to get with my guest as soon as possible, so I'm not going to read his whole bio. He has like a 4-page bio, and I've actually read that before. But I'm not going to do it today because I know you've heard it before. And I want, hey, anyone out there listening, comment, tell me hello, tell me hey, say something, let me know you're here, let me know where you're from, but make a comment. So I'm going to tell you just a little quickie paragraph about Mr. Scott. Khalid Scott, first of all, I used to tease and call him Mr. Alphabet because behind his name, he has degrees, certifications, and all kinds of things. He's Khalid B. Scott, BS, MSW, LCSW, CADC, CODPI, CSWHC, LPHA, CWEL. Alphabet. See why I call him Alphabet? Khalid Scott is an award-winning licensed clinical social worker, community mentor, and speaker. He has extensive experience with the foster care system and is a recognized leader in his field. Anyone who's on social media has seen him all over the place. He's a guest in probably most of the shows, at any show that talk about mental health and any show that talk about relationships. I just heard yesterday that he was awarded a Man of Excellence Award. It's his 25th social work related award. Help me welcome this prestigious brother, Khalid Scott. Welcome, Khalid.
Good to be back. Good to be back home.
It's been a long time. And I got to start it off. I know you don't want to hear this, but you look a wee bit different. Putting out myself, jealous. I'm a hater. I'd admit it. I'm a hater. But you look fabulous.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Over the last 8 months, I've lost 110 pounds.
Over the last 8 months?
Over the last 8 months. Absolutely.
Okay, so maybe we should carve out part of the show, because a lot of us are struggling with that weight thing. And I talked to you about it when I first noticed it. And
Right.
I've been actively trying to do something, and there's been subtle changes, not 110 pounds, but
Yeah,
subtle changes. But me, I don't know. Maybe that's your next book. I don't know.
absolutely. And basically, Janice, the only thing is when the doctor told me that I was 321 pounds and that I was knocking on diabetes door, that's all I needed to hear, And I went grocery
Mm.
shopping that day, bought over $300 worth of fruits and vegetables and chicken breast and fish, and went to the gym that night. And I've just been rolling like that for the last 8 months. And it's being
Wow.
razor being focused.
You know,
Yes.
you've been focused and committed, but yet you seem to maintain balance. Not that I'm scoping your social media, but I still see you going out to dinner with your mentees and going out to ooey and doing this and doing that. And come on now, and you're still losing weight. Now, I'll be honest. I'm about at the point. There's a lot of things out there to help sisters, to help us and brothers, to help us lose weight. There's a lot of things out there now.
Mm,
And I'm about at the point where it's about time to do something, because to your point, when you get to a certain weight and as we age,
yes.
hey, we have to do something. Do you know
Absolutely.
Diane Anderson from South Suburbs of Chicago?
Hey, Lady Di. Thank
Hey.
you.
And then we have Cynthia from Indianapolis, who didn't say where she's from. And Cynthia, give him a hard time, please. Give him a hard time. Thank you very much. And yeah, I agree. Congrats. I'm just jealous.
Right,
Congrats. I mean,
right,
he went to the doctor, heard that news, saw those digits, and start aggressively working.
right,
And
right,
that's excellent. That's fabulous.
right.
I just want to know how you manage to do it and still go to ooh and still have lunch and dinner with your mentees. Don't that make you want to kind of go over? You know what I mean? It doesn't. Okay.
Well, what happens is this: Monday, basically Sunday through Friday, I'm only eating 600 to 800 calories a day.
Huh?
Yeah, 600 to 800 calories a day. And when people hear that, there is like, wait a minute, whoa, 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 whoa. And I tell people, look, what it is I eat a bowl of oatmeal in the morning with a gallon of water. For lunch, I'll eat a fruit salad or a chicken salad. And then for dinner, I might have some, like, I don't know, like air fried drumsticks and some oven roasted French fries or something. And that's what it is. But the water helps fill me up. And then the thing is, your body has this way of acclimating to your diet. So, like, after that first week of really kind of like, oh my God, this is hard, my body went into, well, I'm with you on it,
Wow.
you know? And like, if I try to go over 1,000 calories, my body won't even let me.
Oh,
So
you just feel probably, yeah.
adjust it. So, like, my waistline is now, when I started, it was 46. Right now, it's 34. You know,
34?
34. So it's shrunk. You know what I'm saying? It's shrunk. So when your body starts shrinking, your appetite isn't. Now, what I have to be careful of, say if I eat something sweet, something about that is a trigger. So I have to be
Oh,
very mindful. Like if I buy a candy, I can't buy a bag of candy. Just eat one candy bar and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get that taste, right? Once you get that taste,
hmm,
like, give me more, give me more, give me
right. That's what I was wondering about. Yeah.
right, right. And so then there's also ways you can trick your body. So I love candy, right? So I
Mhm.
started to eat raisins, nature's candy, right?
Okay.
Started eating strawberries, and I put a little honey on top of it. So it gave me my sweet fix. And then,
Ah,
like, I used to love chips. So what
I
I
do.
do now, I eat crackers because I want that
Mhm.
the texture of a, you know what I'm saying?
Right. The crunch. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, like, when I eat vegetables, I'll put a little A1 steak sauce over the vegetables or some barbecue sauce, right? And it tricks your body to still thinking you're getting, that which, and then I don't ever call when I eat a regular meal like Giordano's or a couple of pieces of Harold's chicken, right? I don't call it a cheat meal. I call it a gift meal, right? Because words have power. So if
Yes.
you say cheat, it's a negative connotation. Then you feel bad. If I say a gift meal, man, I'm gifting myself because 6 days of eating well,
500, 600 calories.
right? I get to have this regular meal and it's still under 1,000 calories. Like, get this. 2 slices of deep dish pizza from Giordano's is only 800 calories, right?
Really?
Yeah, it's only 800, 400 calories per slice. So it's still 800 calories. And then I
Okay.
drink water with it, right?
Okay, instead of drinking something else. Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's just how you do it. And then going to the gym, it makes those endorphins jump. And then I used to keep all my skinny guy clothes in my basement because I couldn't fit them no more, right?
Oh yeah.
You had to know when I got towards the end, I went down to my basement, grabbed all those clothes, and did the switcheroo, right? And what I also did is I packed up all my big boy clothes, put them in a hefty bag, and I donated them to
There you go. Because you won't need them.
because I won't need them ever again. Ever again. And then the love I'm getting when I did my before and after, and I sent you the picture too.
Mm-hmm.
When I did my before and after, I got so much love on Facebook and other social media. And people been calling me ever since, like, Khalid, help me. How do you do it? How do you do it? And I'm like, you got to be mentally ready because this won't matter if you're not. If you're not mentally ready, it's not going to happen. Here's the before and after. Let me.
Ah, I see it. We see it. Hold it right there. Okay. The last time he was on my show, he wasn't like that, but he wasn't like he is now. How long ago was that picture? Do you know? The before?
I think it's August.
August.
Yes.
Okay, folks, this is August and this is now. So again, he's lost 110 pounds in 8 months.
8 months.
But you have some good points because even if I do go the route of assistance or help, I still have to mentally get it because even after I reach my goal, how am I going to sustain it?
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely. And then you're going to want to do good. You're going to want to, because remember, this is for you. And this is part of self-care. And, that's what I'm always preaching and the self-love. But you know what? I wasn't practicing good self-care. See, self-care isn't going to get your nails and your feet done.
But that's what we think about it. When I think about self-care, I think about the massage, the hair, the nails.
Right. And that's the surface self-love. Self-love is within.
Yeah.
It's what you tolerate. It's what you don't tolerate. Right. I cannot tolerate being a big guy ever again because I feel so much better. And let me give you this too. People treat you different. People really treat you different. I was a nice guy at 320 pounds.
Everybody's friend.
Yeah, but man, I did a picture one day. I had a t-shirt, some sweat clothes, and I was standing in front of my friend's Mercedes-Benz.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
Saw my DM after I took that picture, and I'm like, wow.
Really?
Wow. And I loved it. I ain't gonna lie. It was one of those vanity moments, but people do treat you differently because I guess in people's head, when you lose weight and when you exercise, it's saying that you're disciplined. You're taking care of yourself.
Okay.
I think that's a subliminal message that people get,
Mm-hmm.
But people also judge when you're overweight. You don't understand that I have hypothyroidism. You know what I'm saying? So
they look at you, but they look at people that are overweight as being lazy and not just getting up and going to the gym and pushing away from the table. That's how they look at you. Yeah.
Yes. And it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it's wrong. So we got to change our mindset. We have to change our mindset. And that's a great segue for this, talking about how our mental affects how we relate and how we are in relationships based on where our headspace is at. So let's go for it.
Let's go for the mental health and relationships. What I love about having Khalid on here is that Khalid just takes over the show and I could just kind of sit back and ask questions. Khalid, let's go for it.
Okay. So I've been doing I've been in private practice for going on 2 years, coming up on 2 years, with my distinguished partner, Dr. Jenny Cristerna.
Mhm.
And we not only do individual, but we do marriage therapy.
Okay.
And all of my clients on my case list is relationship based, right? It's relationship based. And even the clients I had before, I went into private practice, it just seems like the commonality was relationships, how I'm being treated in relationships, how I treat people in relationships. What do relationships do for me? What they don't do for me. So my thing is, I've been talking about the subject matter of relationships since Art Sims, Chat Daddy, chats, from 1997, right? And I remember Art gave me the title Mr. Real Deal because when I would come to those chats, I would take them very serious because I saw how we were not loving on each other right. And now 25, 27 years ago, we still have these same issues. So what aren't we getting right? And it hit me. This is not right. Go back to my diet. When I left out the doctor's office, I had to get this right.
Right.
As I was driving the Jewel. When I had the shopping cart, I wanted to grab the bag of Doritos because I'm used to what? Grab it. In my head, I grabbed the bag of Doritos. Couldn't grab the Doritos. I had to shift gears. So what I'm asking people to do now, shift gears when you think about the mental, because when you fix the mental, everything else follows, right? Everything else. Have you ever worked on a goal and you wrote it down and then you was like, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, and you did it?
Mm-hmm.
What a satisfaction that was, wasn't it?
Yes.
When you achieved that goal, whatever it was.
Right.
Right? So all that I'm telling people is, or advising people, do it for your relationships. Do it for your relationships.
But haven't you seen instances where there was a person that had it okay and all together here and got in the wrong relationship and then something went awry? Their self-esteem, their this, and their mental health. Haven't you seen that happen?
No, never.
Really?
Let me explain why. If this is well, you won't enter in that relationship. Let me say that again.
Say it again.
If this is well and this is intact and this is healthy, you'll see garbage a mile away. When this is healthy, you look for healthiness in people. Even if you're on the phone with a joker and he starts saying or she starts saying some things that just don't sound in sync, you'll be like, you know what, nice conversation. Not my cup of tea. You have a great day. But what happens is we hear those and see those red flags and we go into what? Let me fix that person. Let me get them to where I want them to be.
But don't you think people can hide who they are for a while and you don't even know?
Absolutely. But remember, you always have to take a mask off because you have to breathe, right? Your pores need to breathe.
True.
Right? Have you ever went to a Halloween party? Even if you had the eye mask on, you have to raise it up for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Even the COVID mask, I had to raise up all the time.
Right. So, because you got to breathe.
Yeah.
Right. And it feels like it's constricting your, something because you covered. It's nothing like, it's like, ladies, I'm making a joke, but it's like when you take your bra off at the end of a work day. Woo. It's like, whoa. Right? Right?
Woo, freedom.
Right. Is if you wear a wig, you take it off and it's like, whoa.
Yes.
When I shave my head, boy, and I feel that clean, it's like, oh man,
yes.
This feels good. You know what I'm saying? When you get in your car and you just got it detailed and they put that fresh smell and you like, whoa, this smell like when I drove off the car lot.
Yep.
And that's what I want people to be addicted to.
I agree. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going into the comments. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Right. I want people I want people to be addicted to the breath of fresh air, to the breath of fresh air.
Okay.
Right. I
Right.
want people to know they deserve a good relationship. So now I'm going to use some self-disclosure. And I think I talked about that. Oh, I know I did. And I got kind of a little pushback. But let me tell you how things work out. So you remember I told you that I have a friend with benefits, right?
I wasn't going to mention that and get into your business. Okay, go ahead.
I'm an open book. I'm an open book.
Go
I'm
ahead.
an open book. And I think that the reason why it was very offsetting from people to hear me say it, because people know me to be a relationship guy, right? I've been in relationships from age 19 all the way up till I got to divorce when I was 44, right? And then after my divorce, I took a long hiatus. I only went on dates. I was not in a romantic relationship because why? I had to raise my daughter. And I had to fix what was broken inside of Khalid. And I was not going to put a timeline on it or a timetable. I was going to let me naturally heal from the horrific divorce I went through. You had a question?
So wait. Yes. Okay. So you said that you had to fix Khalid. Was
Yes.
Khalid broken prior to the divorce, or did the divorce facilitate in that break?
Khalid was a young man who had TV daddies and saw TV marriages and movie marriages.
Okay.
Right? Because I didn't see it firsthand. Right? I didn't see it firsthand in my house, you know? And what happened was I had an image. And I really think my wife, my ex-wife, Elisa, she tried to live up to the image because I wanted the Huxtable family. I wanted to live in a beautiful home, drive a nice car, take nice family trips.
You did.
I wanted a beautiful child or children who were precocious, were brilliant. And I wanted a beautiful wife, you know, who had a wonderful career, and we were making it happen, right? And I had it.
You had it, all that.
Then I realized that, you know, that my ex-wife, and she said this when we got divorced, that I was suffocating her. Because why? She put on the Claire Huxtable mask for me at first. But the reality was she's really Denise Huxtable.
Free for all. Yeah.
Right. That's who she naturally is. Right. And I got it afterwards, but I had an image that I wanted. I wanted to be the black ebony man. Ebony man and essence woman, ebony man. Right. I wanted that look. Right. And so now it's gone. And who am I? Everything in my life has fell in order. This was something I couldn't control. Right. But then I also knew I had a child. Right. And I've worked for DCFS long enough to know that kids from broken homes have broken situations, and they need their parents to make the repairs. And I wasn't going to have my daughter grow up to be the next Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion. I was deaf on raising the next Michelle Obama, and I did. So let me go back to my situationship. So now I understand, because women got in my ear and they said, Khalid, don't call it buddy with benefits, because to women, it's a negative connotation to it.
It is.
I got it. But you can't give words power. But I'm clear, and I say companion. And they're like, okay, I can stomach that, right? But I still have a core. I still have a foundation. So my companion, she gets the best of me, but we're still companions. And this is 18 months later. 18 months later.
You still with her?
Still with her. And get this, Janice, never one argument in 18 months. Never one argument. Never one.
Do you think there's a mask on, possibly?
No. Well, I can only speak for me. And when I've done check-ins with her. So, and let me explain what that means. What that means is that we laid out our expectations, or to be honest, our minimum expectations. The only expectation we had down that had to be the law of this situation was that when we got together on the weekends, we would make each other's lives enjoyable.
Oh, okay.
My companion, she's a principal at a high school, and she's finishing up a PhD program.
Oh.
So she's busy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in private practice and I work for the federal government during the day. I'm busy. We both are empty nesters and divorced. So her son is in Atlanta at school. My daughter's in Massachusetts at school. So when we come together on the weekend, it's about having fun, venting out how the week been, going out to eat, going enjoying movies, and just enjoying each other's company. And Janice, this is the best situation I've ever been in my life because it's a give and take. She makes sure I'm good. I make sure she's good.
And you're monogamous, right?
Yes.
Then
Now,
it's a perfect situation. I mean,
but let me say, at first I wasn't. I was dating still. I was dating real. But now my thing is I got to focus in on other stuff. Plus, I went on my diet, right? Or my life-changing life situation journey. So I had to be focused. What she did was she was like, okay, Khalid, when we get together, I'm going to make you some baked chicken and vegetables and, so she contributed to help me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't need any extra distractions. So for me, again, I throw out this disclaimer. This works for me and Tanya. I don't know about nobody else's situation.
Oh, you just said the name.
She doesn't mind.
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she she lives in another state.
No. You didn't say that. No.
I did. No. I said she was from Indiana. Right. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? And so, again, this works for us. This is not me projecting or telling somebody else they need to do it. Because if you do this, don't mean you're going to meet a Khalid who is conscious and conservative and a good guy. You might meet that dirty dude who's saying, I want to be a buddy with benefits. See, I'm different, right? I haven't lost the core of Khalid. I just have a different expectation.
But that actually sounds like many women in my situation or her situation that are extremely busy, particularly Monday through Friday, with jobs and everything else that you're doing. You really don't have time. And heaven forbid if you have kids, even if you're an empty nester. So something like that with a person who you're having fun on the weekend, it sounds almost perfect. You're monogamous. That's perfect. I mean, that's not much different, in my opinion, from a traditional relationship. But okay.
Yeah. But again, it's the mindset. Somebody may say, Khalid, you know what? It sounds like you're in a relationship. Maybe I am, but in my mental, I'm in a situationship and it works for me. And also I have to learn, I can't let other people put their labels on this. So if it makes people feel good to say, no, Khalid, you're in a relationship, go ahead. Go ahead. It's fine. And again, once this is healthy, once this is in your control and nobody else's control, then you have no troubles.
I got a question. When you kind of prefaced it and said that there are no expectations.
Minimum
expectations. As a male, what expectations do you normally hear about?
It depends on the man. Before when I was in relationships, you have to cook. I'm an eating dude, right? I love eating food that I know a woman prepared. It's something just more. Food is more delicious when it comes from a woman's hand. For me.
Okay.
Some men are the shit that cooks in home. They don't need that. That's what I need. The expectation, I like femininity.
Okay.
I don't like nothing that's reminiscent of masculine in a woman. So that I'm the boss at work stuff and all that's just not my cup of tea. That's not mine. Or you could be the boss at work, but as soon as you hit this door,
Oh yeah.
I need femininity.
Okay.
You got to leave boss chick in the car until you go to work the next morning. I love femininity. I love nails. I love hair. I love little lip gloss on lips. I love hugging. That's what I like. That's me. You know what I'm saying? So those are my only expectations. That's word. With my friend, my companion, she does that. She does it. You know what I'm saying? So even though she a principal, when I see her on the weekend, I don't get I don't get that.
Well, you typically wouldn't get that anyway with somebody who's a boss at work. They want to leave that at work. That's stressful. You don't want to carry that beyond the walls of where you are. Anyway, whatever.
Well, when I talk to my male friends who have those wives who are making money and stuff, they do forget sometimes to take that hat off at the door. Yeah. So again, it's what you want.
Okay.
It's what you want. And going back to the mental, a lot of us, and let's do a deep dive. A lot of us are traumatized, right? So we go into relationships with our trauma, right? So the broken boy meets the broken girl.
Mm-hmm.
So you got two broken people with broken pieces. And it's like, please fix this piece on me. Please fix this piece on me. Fix this piece on me. No. If broken glass meets broken glass on the floor, what are you going to see?
Broken glass.
Broken glass. You're not going to see a whole bottle.
No.
But guess what? A whole bottle meets a whole bottle. What does that look like?
A whole bottle.
Two bottles put together. And bottle holds what? The liquids, right?
Yes.
It's more liquid for you. Broken glass does what to you? It cuts you.
It'll cut your feet if you step on it.
Why do we search for broken pieces? Why not search for whole?
You just had a good point because you're kind of talking about carryover from one relationship to the other and being broken and not healing. Mm-hmm. And I think women and men see that a lot. That's why a lot of them just kind of step back until they're whole or get therapy or whatever. But I still think some of that brokenness may come from the relationship. I know you don't agree with that because you told me that no, but you have to be broken or have some deficiencies or something going on to even get in or stay in that relationship. Anyway.
No, don't do that. Janice, I'm always willing to talk. And when you're confused, you got to let me know you're confused about something.
And that's what I'm telling you, because I'm seeing I'm kind of getting
what I'm saying is, even if you think you're healthy, so say, Janice, say you have a healthy mindset, high self-esteem, but say you get in a relationship with me and I'm broken and I'm dirty and I do dirty stuff. Which one do you think is going to manifest more?
The brokenness.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. So what happens is, then why would a healthy person, fully healthy person, mess with me?
Because like I said before, because you possibly had that mask on and weren't showing yourself.
Okay. Well, the average person doesn't keep that mask on. You hear it in conversations, but what do? We ignore it. Because I want you. I want to go to bed with you. I want to be in a relationship with you. But you told me you have 6 kids by 5 women. Well, the first set of kids was from his wife. So I can wrap my brain around that. The other 2 women, well, he just had slip-ups. Well, babe, I cheated on my wife with one of those women. Well, his wife probably treated him bad. And that's why he had to mess with another woman.
He got a history. He's trending to be a garden tool.
Correct. But what happens is, what people start doing is, I want this to fix right in my head. So they start doing what? Let me make excuses.
because if he's with me, I can make him better because you think you're all that or whatever. Whatever.
Right.
I
And my,
got another question for you.
yes.
Um, I hear this term trauma bonded. Can you explain it?
Okay, so trauma bonded is like I take my trauma, you take your trauma, we come together because
Ooh.
man, we have something to share. We're like-minded, right? My hurt, your hurt. And maybe, just maybe, you can help fix me and I can help fix you.
Oh, bonding the trauma. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
You know? And what happens is that's a couple that has to work extra harder because they both come in deficit based. Going back to my example, the two broken bottles, you got a bunch of pieces on the floor as compared to the whole put together bottles that can hold the water.
Okay, let me ask you something that you're probably not going to like because I hear this from sisters too when we talk. Do you think a large percentage of black men have issues?
Yes. Yes.
Huh?
I know they
You said
do.
yes?
I know they do. Yes. Yes. Absolutely we do. But remember, we don't feel like we get an opportunity to voice them. We are taught, man up, handle the business, stop crying. You got a divorce, man, get on top of another woman.
Right.
You dare sit around and whine. All these women out here, or I'm going through a divorce. I haven't even signed the ink on the paper and I already got a living girlfriend. So I don't get to go through the grieving process. I don't get to deal with the shock and denial, the anger, the depression, the bargaining, where I do the talking and then go into acceptance. I go in, she don't want me no more. I'm going through a divorce. What's up, babe? What's up? What's up? Okay, can I be with you? Got you. Psst. All right, I'm all good. Now I got a new woman. But what happens is what you had in that closet and those suitcases in that house, you just picked them up
Ooh.
and went to the new house with it because you didn't have no time to heal. The mental again. The mental again. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I don't know what. When I went through my thing of taking care of Anaya and taking care of me, I had buddies ask me, Khalid, how do you handle having an empty bed, dude? Dude, I gotta have a body next to me at night. I said, I'm forward thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm forward thinking. I will be able to get a woman anytime I want to. I got to make sure Khalid and Anaya, Kathleen Scott are okay. And my formula and my prediction worked. My daughter graduated from high school, number 3
Yes.
out of 430 students. She's at Amherst College, at $80,000 a year,
Ooh.
ranked number 2 liberal arts college for free. I'm in private practice. I make 6 figures. I'm almost done paying off my 4-bedroom house. I got 2 cars in my garage. I got the most money I've ever had in my account.
Oh, that's an infomercial.
Because why? I didn't focus in on the next woman. I focused on my healing, my daughter's healing, my relationship with God. And then what did I get blessed with? A woman who is educated, who is beautiful, and me and her have the same agenda. Good things will come to you when you do the hard work.
That's true.
When
Now,
you're broken, you will attract broken people.
That's true. That's true.
So that's what I mean by that statement when you say, well, Khalid, what if a person is put together and they get with a knucklehead? Again, when I will see a knucklehead woman walking 10 miles away because I'm healed. I'm healed.
Okay.
I'll see it. I'll hear the red flag. I'll see the red flags. I'll hear the things that just not gelling. Why wouldn't I? I know what to pay attention to. Right?
Okay.
Janice.
I don't totally agree, but that's okay. We can agree to disagree. We don't have to agree 100%. I understand what you're saying, but I
Well, you
don't
know what?
agree.
Maybe this will help. Explain to me your point. Maybe because maybe I'm missing it. What is
My point is, I have known many women that are mentally intact,
uh
mentally intact. They think they're dating someone who is Mr. Fabulous, shows no red flags that anyone can see, or that obviously they couldn't see it either. Then they fast forward, I guess the mask comes off. When the mask comes off, they're already in the relationship. So now they're getting mental issues of, I don't know, self-esteem, mental issues of suspicion, mental issues of just all kind of mental issues related to it, but they didn't start out like that.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying that.
Okay, and that was wonderful. Thank you for the clarity. So let me go ahead and explain it to you, and I hope you get this.
I hope I do too.
When I ask women, would you set me up with your best friend? Yes, Khalid. Absolutely, I would. She's fantastic. I said, have you ever had sex with your best friend?
Khalid.
Hello? No, Khalid. I don't know how she is in bed. Oh. Has your best friend cooked for you 7 days a week? No, we go out. Does your best friend manage her money? Do you have access to her bank accounts? No. Does she take baths every day? I don't know, Khalid. I'm not around her. The point I'm making is just because you see a version of somebody doesn't mean when they're in a relationship with a lover,
That's true.
They still show the same thing. If you met my male friends who are the biggest in the city,
Garden tools, okay.
Glasses, crisp white shirts, ties, Beamers. They're clean cut. They're clean cut. I could put on a nice suit. But you don't know the essence of that person unless you're in a relationship.
That I agree with that.
That's what I want you to
agree with that totally. That's true. Now, I'm going back to this men thing again. Miss Harris had a good point. She said, we're talking back a little bit. She said, men are taught to hoe or man up their issues. Right. And I know we have talked so many times about typically most men are unfaithful, or at one time or another have been unfaithful, or whatever.
All men.
Okay. I thought you said like 99. Okay. All men. So are men taught to be hoes?
Yes.
They're taught to just have as many women as possible.
Yes. Tell me when in the centuries that have passed have we not been taught?
And that's all men.
Even the men in the Bible. How were they?
Yeah, David, all of them was young. They were garden tools. Well, they were available and they.
Right. We got presidents who can't keep it in. Leaders of nations who can't keep it in. Right? Because it's about access.
Do you think it has anything to do with possibly mental illness or not growing up? I mean,
it's all of that. Remember, when a man comes out of the womb, right, he's taken care of, right? By who? A woman.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And so and especially if we had a good relationship with mom, wouldn't we want that to be replenished?
Yes.
Right? Wouldn't we want that to have that with any relationship we have with a woman, we get taken care of? My female friends take care of me as a male friend. One of my friends made me a banana pudding the other day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, my friends look out for me because I'm the man in their life. You know? So, and because it's your nature to take care of men. Right? And so why wouldn't we? It's our nature to love on women. Right?
Love on all of them, right? And it's our nature to take care of all men, right?
You said what now?
It's our nature to take care of all men. It's your nature.
Hold on. I see your sister is acting up again. How can all men be unfaithful and you are not?
You are not.
And I've answered that question to your sister before, but I'll say it again. I have cheated before.
We're talking about now.
Not now, but I have. And
Okay.
remember, when I say all men cheat, you all go into the gender of all men, males. What I've learned over the
Oh,
years.
we don't have to go into that one yet. Okay, because you're gonna start
Okay.
talking. Go on, Khalid. Go on, do your thing.
No, that's okay.
No, go on, because I know they're not cheating alone. I'm not naive.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
they're not. Now, Miss Harris had an excellent point because I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing everything pinned on mental illness, including people that are going around killing people, shooting people, murdering people, carjacking. Mental illness, mental illness. Thank you, Miss Harris. Some people are just damn evil. Thank you.
Now, Ty, you know that
Right.
evilness comes from a source. That come on.
No, I agree. I get so tired of everything is mental illness. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like a buzzword now. Of it.
Gotcha.
Anyway, okay. But you say all cheat. Here we go.
I'm not disagreeing with the statement. I don't know what else I need to say.
Okay.
What?
Okay. I guess what he's saying is that all men may cheat at one point in their life, but
Yes.
they may meet someone who they don't have a need to cheat with. And that's why I asked him about growing the blank up or, whatever. Okay.
That's it. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm sorry. I regress. Oh God, time is going too fast. Okay. Okay.
Oh wow.
No, we got 10 minutes.
Wow.
We got 10 minutes left. Jeez.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Okay.
So let me go back to the topic at hand, because no matter whatever subject matter we talk about, I want to get to the solutions.
Right.
I want to get to the solutions. Folks who have been diagnosed, meaning they saw a professional, they were tested, they were evaluated, and this book, the Clinician Bible, the DSM-5, this is where we make all diagnoses from. And you have to meet a criteria. You see how thick this book is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we go around calling Uncle Walter, who acts a little slow, bipolar, well, unless somebody took this book and went through a testing or evaluation, he's not bipolar. But it may be something there, but he needs to be evaluated. Even when dealing with somebody, you might be in a relationship with somebody with mental health, mental illness, right? And we know how difficult it can be, especially if they're not taking their medication and they're not in therapies, right? Mm-hmm. You take on a lot. And remember, it's not like they're purposely acting out. Their mind has betrayed them. Their mind has betrayed them. I had a mentee who committed suicide a couple of years ago. And when people was like, how could somebody, when Miss USA jumped off the roof last year, how could somebody that beautiful? And her mother did an interview on the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith. And she said, every day my daughter woke up, she was depressed. Every day, even though she was drop dead beautiful,
yes,
even though she had a six-pack,
yes,
she had a law degree and an MBA, even though she was just nominated for 2 Emmys, right? She still woke up dark in her mind. And then that one day in January, she went up into you're right, absolutely, died by suicide. She went to the 29th floor and said, I'm tired. I'm tired. So that tells you how when this has a hold of you, man, you better get some help. And imagine being in a relationship with that person. It will feel like a dark hole that you can never fill up. And then it's taxing on you, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why I suggest to couples, when you start in a relationship, go into counseling. In the middle of your relationship, go to counseling, right? When your marriage is ending, get your self-counseling individually. And if you're mature, do family counseling because, it might help the kids out. But we got to start taking better care of this, because if this is out of sync, everything is out of sync. And we owe ourselves to be healthy spiritually, financially, physically, and most important, mentally. And that's why me and Miss Harris and a whole boatload of clinicians are out here ready to meet with you so you can overcome these demons that you're dealing with, so you can have better relationships.
Do you think everybody, just like I go and I get a physical and I have different things checked all the time, do you think people should get a mental health check just like they would a physical?
Sure. If you know you're battling something that's not making you feel well, when it's interrupting your life, then that's an indicator. Let me go and do counseling. And most people who have jobs, you have EAP programs.
Yep. Yep.
Good.
That's
That's
true.
free counseling, 4 to 6 sessions. After that, that might just be what you need. If you need more, then you know that you have Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, Humana. They will pay for your sessions, and you just have to pay a copay.
Deidre Battle, a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, it looks like my soror. And that's how we misevaluate others, by judging credentials. That's true. True.
Yeah. Any other questions you have?
I don't. I know we're out of time. I can't believe this. Never quite went this fast before. Yes, you don't have to have a diagnosis or wait until something happens to seek. That's what I thank you, Miss Harris. That's what, because just like you would go to the doctor, I feel fine, but you go every year anyway, just to make sure everything is okay.
But usually there's a trigger. Something is like, it's something that makes you pause. That's what I mean.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Yep.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Thank you so much. I really, there you go. I really enjoyed this conversation. Man, it went by like too fast, absolutely too fast. So, this mental health thing is serious. I'm reading more and more about men killing their families. Okay. Just like the guy that killed his wife and his son, was that mental illness or was that evil? I know you heard about it. He was some type of a legislator, governor, something like that, with red hair. He killed his wife and his son.
Right.
And I think that was more evil than mental illness.
Well, he would have to be evaluated because again, we are being armchair.
Yeah, I'm being judgmental too, and I'm just thinking he's just an evil. And I'm hearing more and more about men killing their. You hear a lot about men killing their wives and wives killing their husbands. Yes. Oftentimes for insurance money or whatever, which doesn't make sense, but they do it. I don't think that's mental illness either, because they have a reason for doing it. They're doing it for money. They're not doing it because something snapped up here. They're doing it because of greed.
Right.
So I think, that's why I loved what Miss Harris says, because I hear a lot about criminals and I hear a lot about people doing heinous things all the time in the city. And it's always, it's on mental illness and they grew up so this and they're such a disadvantage. Sometimes it is. I'm not dismissing that.
Right.
But sometimes these people are evil. 5 more minutes left.
Right. But for me, the evil had to come from somewhere.
So you want to still be able to diagnose them, just to see what's, because sometimes there's something going on.
Right. It could have been a history of abuse. You know what I'm saying? And that triggers people. I don't believe we just all born with this demon in us. I think life circumstances feeds it.
So you don't believe anyone is born evil?
No,
I'm just asking. Okay.
I think it's how you treat it, how you're raised, right?
Okay.
And then what the choices we make. But I still would like to give the benefit of the doubt, like, let's evaluate. And again, it's my opinion based on my experience. And
you're the one with 20 plus years experience in
30 years.
30 okay, years. I was trying to make it like you're younger. Come on now, help me out.
Look at all that. Look at all that paper. Look at all that paper.
Help me out. Okay. So what I want you to do in the next, we only have it. Must find out the history of the family. You are taught evil. Well, I mean, everybody has an opinion. I think there are a few people that are born evil, but
And everything is right. Everything, and let me say that everything, like my colleague, Miss Harris, she said, be proactive. She's absolutely right.
I agree with her so much.
Absolutely right.
Mhm.
Absolutely right. Always, because again, that self-care and self-love. Let me not wait till something is going wrong. Let me do the upfront work.
Right.
Always, always, always. And again, just to reinforce the message of today about the mental health in our relationships,
Okay.
right? You owe yourself a healthy life. We all know that we all want relationships, valuable, loving, positive, productive relationships. You do your end and let the rest happen. You know what I'm saying? When you
Yeah.
see the red, when I hear people say, because I always ask when a breakup happens, did you see this in the beginning? I've never had one person tell me when I do a hindsight, I saw it. I just chose to.
Wait. So you mean in all the couples who you counsel, when you ask them, did you, in hindsight, did you see this at the beginning? As they reflect back, they did see something.
Yes.
All of them.
They saw the red flags.
All of them.
All of them. All of them.
All right.
All of them. But again, they chose to like, maybe I'm the magician who can make this better. And I get it. It's wonderful to be optimistic, especially when a relationship is new. You are optimistic. You want the best. But we're human. We're human. And what have I always said? We are married, not to people. We're not married to people. We're married to our patterns.
Married to our patterns.
Our patterns.
Okay.
Do you understand what that means?
Explain it more.
What it is that if you have a preference of a man, right? You know he wants this, you will more than likely, even if you veer a little, choose to be with a man who has this certain type of criteria.
That I
Because
like.
what
That I
you
may
use,
like.
that
Okay.
you like. So for me, I was married to and dated 5 Scorpios. It's something about Scorpio women that did it for me. I'll never mess with another one. Never.
Okay.
But I had a pattern. I like how I feel initially in a relationship with a Scorpio woman because we're both water signs. We're emotional. The intimacy is bananas, right? But when we veer from each other, this is what a Scorpio does. They stab you and then they sit there and look at the blood come out.
I'm not a Scorpio, and I believe in stab. No,
All right.
I'm just joking. I'm not a Scorpio though. I'm not. I'm just joking. Miss Harris again. I have got to meet her. The most important relationship you have is the one with yourself.
That's
if
right.
you love and take
Right.
care of you, you'll be good for you,
Right.
and everyone else will benefit.
Absolutely. And you know, I say that every show we've been on, have the best relationship with you. Because once you love you, and I mean an ultimate love, then you cannot, and you will not bring mess to you.
That's true. That's true.
Because you know what good love feels like, looks like. Absolutely.
On that note, our time is up. I want to thank you so much, Khalid. Oh my gosh, this has been, I can't believe the time went by so fast. Before I knew it, it was 10 till. This is how it goes. This is what we do. I love having you on the show, and I love the interaction with everybody. Thank you so much, listening audience, for your comments. Love them. Love you being part of the show. We'll be back next week at the same time at 6 o'clock here on Facebook Live. We're also on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and something else. We're on a third one. What's the third one? Facebook. Anyway, YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube. So I will post a link for those. If your friends weren't able to watch it, they'll be able to watch the rebroadcast, and tell them definitely to listen to Mr. Relationship. You guys, You guys have a blessed week. And
Be blessed.
hopefully you'll tune back in next week.
All right.
All right.